Hey, howdy, hello! AlisinChainmail here. Yeah, didn't feel right. So, I went to Comic-Con this year, San Diego Comic-Con, the Comic-Con of all Comic-Cons. Didn't really vlog a lot because I'm really bad at keeping up with editing those videos, but I decided to do a haul because I bought a lot of things this year that I'm really excited about and I wanted to show you. So, here we go. What should we start with, huh? Should we start with some prints? I got a lot of prints and I really want to build a wall with them for like a backdrop on a video or just like a wall in my office of prints. I got so many prints. I don't normally buy prints, but I feel more settled in my Los Angeles abode and people are dying. And it's good. Okay, this was my first Comic-Con that I bought a bunch of prints. I don't know why, they just really tickled my fancy this year. So I bought a ton, and I got some that are pretty cool and that make me happy inside, so I wanted to share them with you. So, print time! We'll start with this on top. Not technically a print, but I've had my eye on this booth. Silhouettes by Jordan. He has some artwork in the valley at a coffee shop that I go to sometimes called Steampunk Cafe. So that was the first place I'd seen his artwork, and then I saw he had a booth at like LA Comic Con or WonderCon last year. And so I've kind of been eyeballing his booth for a while now, and I finally was just like, I want to buy a bunch of stuff. Like once I started spending unmedicated, impulsive ADD, I could not stop spending. Anyway, yeah, I got some already damaged prints. Why am I so bad at everything? So I got KYLO here. Little silhouette there of KYLO. I already bent him a little. Like he already has a little nick in him. Probably from like the suitcase or something. I got Batgirl, the Babadook, and Deadpool. And then I got like a really cute little Joker and Harley Quinn. And you know, depending on my mood that day, I can just, you know, like slip KYLO over so she can go from Mr. J to Mr. K. Yeah, this is the life we live, right? Just replace them. Just replace the old guys, right? So excited about my silhouettes. Check him out. He makes some really cool stuff. I'm gonna put this down here. Nice and safe. I got some really cool like Jurassic Park crossover art from the Jurassic Park collection. So of course I get Khaleesi riding a, I don't know which one that is, probably that newer dinosaur. I forget what he's called. There's nope, those are dragons. There's dragons. Pterodactyl dragons. And she's got a Pokeball, of course, because why not? I feel like it might have something to do with Jurassic World Alive, which is what I play. They kind of have a Pokemon Go version of Jurassic World going on right now that I've been playing quite a lot of. It's very fun. So I have her, and then of course, Jon Snow riding a Triceratops, because why the fuck not? And when you have a Khaleesi, you gotta bring her relatives along. Since I really love dinosaurs, I really couldn't stop there. So, I also got Harley Quinn hanging out with a Velociraptor because one of me is not enough. And if you know me, you know I'm a Velociraptor. Considering these are the characters that I am most of the time, I had to get me a Harley Quinn with a Velociraptor. Because they're so cute. I often behave like a Velociraptor. I have friends who also are Velociraptors, and we tend to do Velociraptor calls in public places, like awkward weirdos. Oh! 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 Is my roommate gonna call back? She's not calling back. I'm all alone. And, of course, Spider-Man with T-Rex. Because I like Spider-Man. And it's a little T-Rex, he's like, hey, hi, it's cute. So cute. Along with the other dinosaurs, I had to get this one. because look at it. It's a Velociraptor. And he's got a mosquito in the amber in his eye. It's in his eye. It's so cool. I was geeking out pretty hard. This is from NINJABOT. As soon as I saw this, I was like, I need that in my life. I need it. I need it framed. I need it in my living room. I just need it. I need it. He's mine. So I got these. These are so cool. I got 3 of them. So this is Venom and like a medieval Spider-Man. Swinging away. So cool. I've got Frodo confronting the ring wraith, Nazgul. I got Frodo confronting the Nazgul. Look at Frodo, and Sam. Sam is about to give a speech to Frodo. Frodo's like, I can't do this, Sam. But in the end, it's only a passing thing, the shadow. Even darkness must pass, Frodo Baggins. Oh, okay. I guess so. Maybe I shouldn't give it to the Nazgul. That's a Nazgul speech. Anyway, I also got a not Dumbledore, help, brain work, other guy, Gandalf. I got Gandalf battling a Nazgul, Gandalf battling the Balrog. Gandalf battling the Balrog. Look how sick this is! He's all like, fly you fools, fly! And Balrog is like, I'm Balrog. I don't care. Fly. I can't fly, but I'll whip you. Like, okay. Yeah, that's exactly how that movie goes. So I was just strolling along, walking along the booths, and I tend to just look down at the art and just like walk past and try to keep moving as much as possible because it's so crowded and you don't want to stop and be like that person who just stops and then everybody's gonna like go around you. Anyway, so I was just walking along and I see Punk Jessica Rabbit. She's so badass. I want to like cosplay this version of her. Look at her go. That's pretty much me anyway. Look at her ink. She's got her boo on her arm and like I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. She's so awesome. And then they had a 2-for-1, so I went perusing to see what else they had. And oh my god, it's Khaleesi. It's a punk bitch. Look at her tattoos. She would have those tattoos. She would, all of them. She's got like a hand tattoo that says first of her name. It says the Unburnt with fire. And then her arm says Queen of the Andals, Khaleesi, Breaker of Chains. She's got all of her names, Protector of the Realm, like everything. Mother of Dragons, Stormborn is a little trampy front tattoo. It's amazing. This was by Josh Howard. Yeah, he did a great job. Look at that. It's so cool. And he gave me a really nice, sturdy protective sleeve. It's always great when they give you protective sleeves. And then towards Artist Alley, I got me a signed, beautiful Deadpool and Harley Quinn little print by Buzz. I thought it was really cute. It says, your crazy matches my crazy, and I think they're both a little crazy, and you know, Deadpool would probably be a better boo than Joker, so I thought it was cute. I was walking along, and I saw at this booth for Michael Matsumoto, and he had some really cool Star Wars prints, which of course I'm into now, thanks to KYLO. So he had a deal where you could get 3 for a discounted price, and I was like, well, I guess I have to. But there's really only one print in here that really catches my interest. So there's this little gaggle, which is cool. He says he's gonna post on his Instagram why he chose to depict all of these characters this way, but I thought it was interesting that Han looks an awful lot like Adam Driver KYLO, right? Interesting, huh? But this is the real reason I got this. Look at him! Look at him! Just KYLOing up, doing whatever he does, ruling the galaxy. I still haven't seen Star Wars. Yes, I'm that kid. Do I care? No. Come at me, bro. Fight me. I like what I like. No, but in all honesty, I am waiting to watch Star Wars in a react type video because I haven't seen it, and I think it would be fun to see a newbie react to it when they're in love with the character. And there is also a Rey in there, but you know, I don't really care much for her. She's trying to take my man from me. He can't change perfection, Rey. Now we're getting into some exciting stuff. Chad Hardin had a booth and he was signing some stuff. And if you don't know, Chad Hardin has been doing the art for Harley Quinn, the new 52, for like the last 4 years or so. So it was really cool to get something signed by him because I like Harley a lot. But I got this beautiful classic one. It's unlike a lot of his other work. So I thought this one was just gorgeous. It made me feel things. She just looks so sad. My roommate says she looks like Audrey Hepburn, and I think that's pretty accurate. And then I've got a more current Harley Quinn. It's like the new 52 version of her. She's like, oops, I smashed it, oops. And then I got this because it's like Harley Quinn dressed up like KYLO's mom. She's just trying to get his attention, right? Because, you know, that's not weird. I forgot to put on lipstick. Oops, oh well. Love it, love it. I want to do this cosplay on the list. Yes. So we went to a couple of panels and got some posters. We went to the Transformers panel, or not Transformers, we went to the Bumblebee panel. And I really like this poster. I think the art's really cool for it. I feel like I haven't watched Transformers since the first one. I find them all to be kind of garbagey. I'm not really into Michael Bay explosions and blah blah blah. They're there for a purpose, and that is to watch the monsters smashy. But Bumblebee, on the other hand, I would probably go and see it because it looks like it's got a lot of heart in it. It looks really nice. And the director is, I forget his name, but he's like the Laika director who does all of like the Coraline and other movies. I have not seen him directing in a live action space, and I can kind of tell that he added his own little himself into it, because like I think what's very striking about like Coraline and stuff is usually the eyes are very descriptive in his movies, and when I was watching the trailer, like Bumblebee's eyes were just like you can see into the little robot soul. Like it was just very beautiful eyes. And so I was like, wow, this might be a good movie. John Cena was pretty cool. And we went to the Spider-Man Venom panel because they did a 2-in-1. They had the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where I got this poster. And it's really cool. I'm kind of excited. It's like Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen and all of these different spider heroes. So that's cool. Anywho, that is all my prints. You should check out a lot of these artists if you didn't know them already. They're so talented. This stuff is just so cool, and I'm really hoping I can build a nice display of all these things now. I've got a lot of like frame hunting to do. So yeah, let me know what your favorite thing is, what you thought was cool. What do you enjoy about Comic-Con? Is it buying this stuff? Is it cosplay? What is it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video if you liked what I got. Subscribe if you want to see more hauls. I will catch you guys on the flip side.